Hello, good evening. The news bulletin for this Friday, the 17th of April 2026. May I present our apologies for this slight delay. The government of Seychelles has agreed in accordance with the provisions of the CEO's contract of the Development Bank of Seychelles, Jean Priya, to exit her position. This has been announced by the Ministry of Finance, Economic Planning, Trade and Investment this afternoon. This decision takes into consideration the strategic direction of the institution and its evolving priorities. The government expresses its appreciation for Ms. Priya's services and contribution to the Development Bank of Seychelles and wishes her well in her future endeavors. The government has initiated the recruitment process to identify and appoint the CEO for DBS. To ensure continuity in leadership and operations, Ms. Rana Fernandez has been appointed as acting Chief Executive Officer with immediate effect. Ms. Fernandez brings with her extensive experience and knowledge of the bank's operation and is well positioned to provide stability during this transition period. The Seychelles Revenue Commission has introduced additional measures regarding tax payments due to the ongoing tensions in the Middle East. These measures apply to businesses that make advanced tax payments, those that provide certain benefits to their employees, such as accommodation, meals, and motor vehicles, and businesses that have arrangements in place to settle tax arrears with the SRC. In an interview this morning, Tax Commissioner Gayatri Sethi highlighted that these businesses will be granted an extension for this payment of taxes.
Variation for PAYG installment, which is a provisional payment made by the businesses on a monthly basis. It is advisable these businesses who sees that they are getting affected with their cash flows, they can always come apply to SRC for a variation, submitting all their documentation with their cash flows so that we know if they will require to continue make that payment on a monthly basis or there will be a reduction. The deferral payment on the non-monetary benefit payment, which is applicable by the businesses as an employer providing certain benefits like food allowances, which is non-monetary basically. Usually they make payment on that taxable value. These relief will be applicable for employers on the non-monetary benefit, which will be for a 3-month period effective from May to July. So any payment that is due after July, they will have to make the necessary payment or else penalty will be applicable, which is the additional tax and interest will accrue on that payment if it's not honored within the time frame. For the businesses who have existing liability and they are in a payment plan arrangement with SRC already, they're honoring their monthly payment to cover the existing debt. They can also apply for the facility. They will come forward to make certain arrangement.
Travaiserie Border Security SA welcomes the appointment of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry. The company has always operated with the highest levels of integrity and transparency with our government partners. In a press communiqué, Travaiserie says they believe this inquiry is a constructive opportunity to provide a factual account of their operations and dispel persistent misinformation. We take allegations of impropriety with the utmost seriousness and intend to cooperate fully with the Commission. We remain confident that an impartial review will confirm no wrongdoing, the press communiqué adds. Travaiserie remains steadfast in its commitment to its 43-member local team and to continue the seamless delivery of what they call their world-class border security services for the benefit of all Seychelles. Members of the National Assembly have gained a clearer picture of the country's economic situation following a presentation by the Central Bank on its latest annual report. The presentation was delivered by Governor Caroline Abel alongside her deputies and was divided into 3 parts: an overview of the economy, reserve management, and the bank's financials report. Members raised several questions after the briefing, which aimed to equip them with the information needed to carry out their duties effectively. Governor Abel has also reaffirmed the central bank's commitment to continued collaboration with the National Assembly. Turkey's ambassador to Seychelles, Subutay Yüksel, has paid a courtesy call on Speaker Azarel Enesta, accompanied by Honorary Consul Rajasiman Ramani. The ambassador congratulated the Speaker and expressed interest in strengthening cooperation with the 8th National Assembly. Discussions highlighted ongoing positive relations and past collaboration efforts. Speaker Enesta proposed a parliamentary exchange program with potential cooperation in parliamentary broadcasting and media production. The meeting ended with mutual appreciation and commitment to continued collaboration. Again, to do with the Assembly, a delegation from the Gauteng Provincial Legislature, led by Chairperson Mzikayifane Kumalo, has conducted a study visit to the National Assembly of Seychelles. The delegation, representing the Cooperative Governance and the Traditional Affairs Committee, aimed to strengthen its understanding of effective service delivery, governance, and oversight. During a courtesy call with Deputy Speaker Egbert Aglaé, discussions highlighted the strong relations between South Africa and Seychelles, with both sides emphasizing opportunities for mutual learning despite differences in size and population. The delegation outlined its objective to enhance operational efficiency and public service delivery while gaining insight into Seychelles' legislative structures and committee functions. Additional courtesy meetings were held with Leader of the Opposition, Bernard Georges, and Leader of Government Business, Sylvain Lumiel. A key highlight of this visit was an engagement with the Committee of Government Assurance, COGA, chaired by Philippe Moti. This session enabled both sides to exchange best practices, compare oversight mechanisms, and explore ways to strengthen accountability and governance through inter-parliamentary cooperation. This weekend, SBC TV viewers will be able to see the first episode in the Great Battle of the Crown series. The premiere of the musical show was screened for guests at the Deepam Cinema last night. The Great Battle of the Crown is a partnership between the British High Commissioner, the SBC, Tanya, and Mosaic Entertainment, and a celebration of British music and Seychellois talent. Some 40 participants registered for the contest, amongst which 18 finalists were selected. Half of them featured in the premiere. Mr. Jeff Gleckin, British High Commissioner.
I was so proud of the team, and I was so proud of watching the first episode. We haven't done a project like this before in Seychelles, and I think the team at SBC, the contestants, everyone did an amazing job. So next, it goes on air. I think it's going on air on SBC at 9 o'clock on Saturday night. That's the first auditions. It goes again on Sunday night for the second round of auditions, and then I think it's going to build, because everybody at home is going to have their favorite. People are going to, I hope, really start to follow and support the contestants and give us their feedback in a constructive and positive way about how people are doing, and maybe even on some of the decisions that we've taken as judges. I understand that everybody's going to have an opinion, everyone's going to have a favorite artist, everyone's going to disagree with some of the decisions that we took, because this is so difficult. These 18 Seychellois are all extremely talented, so picking between them is not easy.
And with this, we've come to the end of this news bulletin. Rendezvous at 8 for the news in Creole.